What's up, people? Garrett, otherwise known as Glock Knuckle, and this is my second YouTube video, and I want to talk about concealed carry considerations, specifically with the holster. Some do's and don'ts, some advice, some tips, and here we go. So, when I started my concealed carry journey, of course, I didn't know a lot about holsters, didn't know how important holsters were. So my first holster, this gun is cleared out, by the way. This holster that I got was a Safariland, but it is not a very good Safariland. The Kydex on this is about as flimsy as it gets, and I got rid of this very quickly. So moving on up from that, I went from probably one of the worst to probably the pinnacle of holster companies. But was that still good? Was that good enough for me? Not quite. So I went with Tier 1 concealed, and I was carrying like this for about a year. Had my light on here, spare magazine, and that was just a whole lot. I get it, a lot of people do carry this way, and they carry very effectively. It's just not me, bro. I carried for a year. I liked it. Then I started to get not comfortable. Started to get uncomfortable. And it's true, they say, if you're not comfortable, you won't carry. So find something that's comfortable, that's reliable, and then carry. So I left this, and for a while, I just went with this only. And I just didn't like the light sticking out. It was too much extra, but I wanted a light with my gun. So now I carry a pocket light. So after I ditched this, I went to the hip because I wanted to keep my light on the gun. So I went to the hip, started carrying on the hip. It was winter and it worked. But I'm not a big hip carry guy because my gun is not in front of me. I did not like that. So I ditched that, and then I ditched the light and started carrying a handheld. I got ahead of myself just a second ago. Started carrying a handheld and went on the hip again, but more of a 3 instead of a 4. It was winter, I was wearing jackets, and it worked. But as spring started to get here, I realized I'm going to be going back to appendix carry. So I need me a good quality holster that wasn't going to shit the bed on me. So what I have now, and it's what I'll probably carry with from now on, is Fieldcraft Survival by Mike Glover, a former Green Beret, 20 plus years of special operations experience. He designed this holster, and it is very sleek, very slimline. It has an opening in case you want to carry with a compensator. I did for a little bit, but it's not my thing no more. It has a concealment wing right here. It is completely ambidextrous. You just unscrew these screws, put it onto the left, you can carry left-handed. But it is super sleek, super slim line, and it is sturdy. I mean, and you can adjust the retention, and this thing is not coming out unless you pull it out. I love it. Being a bigger guy, I wanted something smaller up front, not as long, not as wide. I mean, it barely, it snugs around the gun, and there's not a whole lot of extra, kind of like this. Like, that's just a whole lot of extra stuff. And from the very get-go, when I was started my conceal carry. I did some research after that first holster, and I realized you must have a quality belt. And I'm not going to go over this in this video, but I have a next belt. I've had this exact one on for a year straight. Every day I've worn it every day. It's still rigid, but that's for another video. I'll review that after wearing it for a year. Stay tuned, look for that. So I went down the line started with the worst, and then I went straight to the best and started removing material because I just didn't want all that bulkiness in front. I carry a spare magazine in my pocket, which my jeans are made for a spare magazine right here. I think these are 511s or maybe Vertex, I'm not sure. But yeah, stay safe, stay free. Don't ever let Biden tell you what to do, and conceal carry. Peace.